Hello everybody, this is Michael with Mikey Does Outdoors, and I've got a pretty good video here about Lake Palo Duro. It's up in the northern, probably north central panhandle of Texas. It's close to the neat little small town of Spearman, Texas. It's a good place to visit. It doesn't have a whole lot of water right now because a lot of lakes, a lot of lakes around are kind of down because of the drought and stuff, and this one's really down. But it's had some water, some rain lately, and it's green there. And I think it's a pretty place, even without all the water. I'd love to have water so I could do some fishing and that kind of thing. I didn't do any fishing, just did some sightseeing and a lot of relaxing and stuff. And I got several things for you to see, and I've got a new trail cam, and I've proved something with that trail cam, and I want you to take a look at it. But if you like what you see, please hit the subscribe and the like button. I appreciate it. Thank you. Hey everybody, this is my campsite. I'd like to get a picture or two of that and let you see what it looks like there. It's really pretty nice. The campsite is pretty level. Look at it from away across the campground. It does have retaining walls and to make it level, but so you got to be careful. Don't go taking a header off the retaining wall. But it's a nice view. It's a great view. I think. I'm looking out my window, eating my meals. I could see all kinds of neat stuff. Another selfie of me at the campsite. Got to have selfies and more. Look at the actual campground. They had several RV sites here, and then some tent sites. And it's $20 a night for RVs. It's not too bad. You got water and electric, and it has both. The pedestal had both 50 amp and 30 amp on it. There's another look at the whole campsite ground there. And there's some others up back behind this one that I didn't get any pictures of. But there's 5 of them there, and I think there's a total of 10 total. But on this side, the other side of the lake has a whole bunch, and there was quite a few people. There's a few people over there, not quite a few, but probably 5 or 6 campers over there, which is good. It's good to see people out doing that stuff. This is more scenery from my campsite. The next Saturday morning, this is the sunrise. You can get some really good sunrises and sunsets over here. The scenery's great, I think. And I don't mind being by myself out there. I like it. And they've had rain, so it's green. They hadn't have enough rain to give it enough water to fill the lake back up. But it's green and pretty. You hear the birds singing and all that kind of stuff. Away from all the traffic and the stuff that goes on with the city. Another view from a campsite. Got the trees and it's kind of fun to see all that. The topography is pretty neat too, I think. And some of it you can't see with fresh water all in there. I like the way the clouds looked in this one. Kind of fun to see all of that too. There's a little bit of wildlife here. I saw this bunny, so he stopped and let me take a picture of him or two. So I'd show him to you. And this is the only deer I saw. It was a doe, a deer, a female deer. But she didn't mind letting me take her photo either. So I took a couple shots. She's a long way from the water. She's up there eating. It's rare that I don't see quite a few deer up there. But they may be hiding from me. And here's what's left of the lake at the moment. It's kind of sad, but I thought I'd get an overview. And then there's a selfie of me right there at the lake. And it's got water. It's not completely dry, but it's not far from it probably. Thankfully we've had some rains, and that's probably kept it from going completely dry. Kind of fun to see it all though. And here's a panoramic. Kind of see the whole whatever's left. You can call it a lake or a pond, whatever you want to call it. That's what it is right now. And then I noticed these fish in there doing this. I never had seen this before, so I thought maybe they're either eating bugs or they have low oxygen, and that's how they're getting their oxygen or something. I don't know, but it was interesting to see, and I thought I'd show it to you guys. Maybe some of y'all know what they're doing. I didn't try fishing any, because I'm sure what fish are left in there are kind of, they may be a little overcrowded. They might need me to catch some. I don't know, but There's some waterfowl and stuff around. Kind of itching to get some of them. And I went into the little town of Spearman. It's a neat little town, good people, you know, and just good old people. They put this windmill park together, and it's pretty neat. These guys, one fella I think collected the windmills and then donated them to the city, and a whole bunch of them got together and they've learned how to work on them and get them put back together and put them up there, you know. And it was a big project for them, and I think they had a lot of fun. There's a West Texas wind gauge right there, kind of fun to see. You know, it isn't windy until it is really windy. And there's a little bit different view of the windmills. But these small towns have these neat things, you know, to see. And there's other stuff around there for it to be seen. I mean, they don't sit there and do nothing. They're not a sleepy little town. They're just a little town, you know. And so I always enjoyed the people there. My parents actually lived there for a few years, and my dad was the pastor at the First United Methodist Church there for I think about 7 years or so. I don't know, 7 or 8, and that's how I know about it. Here's some others. You see, I saw that one good windmill. Here's I guess it's one like a drilling rig or something that they used to use to help drill because you had to drill down. And it got hot while I was at the lake this weekend. But as you can see, I was nice and cool inside the camper. But, you know, that's what it is. Oh, and I changed the shocks on my pickup to these Bilsteins, and it made a big difference. It already did good, but it made it unbelievably better. And there was a little wildlife down at the lake. I thought I'd throw them in there as well. These are some kind of ducks. I'm not there. Forget what kind they're. Or I should be looking that up, I guess, and I'll start doing that a little better probably. But there was a turkey vulture keeping an eye on me, I think. But they're always around wherever I go. Seems like, and there was a blue herring. I'm sure he was waiting to get him one of those fish that was doing whatever they're doing. He could probably sit there and have a pretty good buffet. This is what my trail cam proved, that there is a whole lot of nothing going on. But this is my first time to use it, and so I put it out there to see what it would do, and I think I've got it figured out now. So when I get to a place that has a little more activity, I'm sure we'll get some interesting trail cam footage and some pictures, you know. Well, that was my video or slideshow, really, for Lake Palo Duro up in the Texas Panhandle. It's pretty quiet right now, which is fine. I like quiet a lot, and so it was a good place for me to just sit back. It was hot, but I got my camper, so when it gets hot, I get in the camper and turn on the AC and take it easy. You know, and sometimes if the wind's not too bad, or if it's just, we gotta have a little breeze, I'll get out and get under the shade in my chair outside, and that's kind of fun too. But anyway, if you liked what you saw, please hit the like and the subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. Thank you.